A teacher was standing in front of his students one day with a large empty jar. He placed several big stones inside and then asked, "Is the jar full?" The students replied, "Yes." So he poured small pebbles into the jar. The pebbles rolled into the spaces between the big stones. Again, he asked, "Now is it full?" The students laughed and said, "Yes, it's full." Next, he took a handful of sand and poured it into the jar. The sand slipped into every tiny gap. "Is it full now?" he asked. The students shouted, "Yes." Finally, he poured a cup of tea into the jar. The tea seeped into all the remaining spaces. The students burst out laughing. The teacher smiled and said, "This jar is your life. The big stones are the most important things: your family, your health, your values. The pebbles are your job, your home, your possessions. The sand is everything small that fills your time, but does not truly matter. You put the sand in first, there will be no room for stones. But if you place the big stones first, you will still have space for the pebbles, the sand, and even a cup of tea with a friend." One day, a farmer's old donkey fell into a dry well. The animal cried loudly, and the farmer rushed over, tried using ropes to lift the donkey out, but it was too heavy. The farmer thought for a while and sighed, "This donkey is too old. Well, is useless. Perhaps it is better to cover it up." So he asked his neighbors for help. Together, they began shoveling dirt into the well. At first, the donkey cried even louder, but then something changed. Time dirt fell on his back. The donkey shook it off and stepped up. Little by little, he rose higher and higher. The farmers kept shoveling, and the donkey kept climbing. Finally, he stepped over the edge of the well and walked out safe and free. Everyone was amazed. The well that they meant to bury the donkey in had become his way to escape. The old donkey took a big breath and said, "I knew I could do it if I only tried." Then he walked over to the farmer and said, "You don't have to be so mean all the time. It wasn't very nice of you to try to shovel me into the ground." The farmer just smiled and replied, "You were trying to teach me a lesson, weren't you? Well, I learned my lesson. Sometimes people need to go down a few times before they find their way back up. And that's what happened to the donkey. He went down into the well again and again, but each time he fell, managed to climb out a little higher than before, until finally he was free from the well." This story teaches us that no matter how much dirt life throws at us, no matter how much trouble, failure, or pain we experience, we can always climb out if we keep trying. It may not be easy, but with each new challenge, we can rise higher and higher until we reach our goal, so never give up. Keep trying, and you will see that every obstacle can become a stepping stone to success. Now, it's time to hear from you. What other stories would you like us to make into an animated video? Leave your suggestions in the comments, and we might make them into a video just like this one.